position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Denmark. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuffed with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Meadows. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Quick release by the QB. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Well, when you get down here inside the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Second and goal coming up. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC wheel of destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The wheel of destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league, so a lot of turmoil.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. The what a play there to pick up the first down.
Now, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
And the Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the first down and more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. The give from the gun. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Receiver comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now they'll run it to the right here. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down.
3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Quarterback will keep it. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on 4th down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down.
That's one of those things in practice coaches probably like, anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere, this is who we are, we're physical, and they showed it.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Martin. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. On the move. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. Trying to get it to the marker. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. On the move. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Hauls it in. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Alabama pushing the tempo. Making side adjustments here. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Firing to the right, complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Makes the catch. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up first and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Tight end now in motion. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown Tide! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Unloads it left. And that one's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Complete downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in a hurry-up. And off from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Right on the money. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on second and inches. Wants to go up top. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Caught behind the line. It's Meadows. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
He wants to change this route. Now on the move. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the change. It's first down at the 27. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Martin. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, I think the quarterback was trying to push that ball deep down the field. Nobody was open, though, so he finds his fullback for a short gain.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. The short hands. It's Martin. Turning it on. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? And here comes the offense on second down. Gets the back moving. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Penn State! The defense putting points on the board. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Takes a handoff. It's Hampton. Fights off a defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to the ground with the running back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. The run from the shotgun. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on fourth down.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. A run for the quarterback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. Running to Green. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. Offense, quick tempo. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Going right and going deep. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to put the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
To the air, it's Russell. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
Leaves it with the running back. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They're coming up to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take him to end this drive. Start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Russell. That's caught. It's Hampton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield. It's Meadows. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
The end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback moving. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run the option. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Calls his own number. Breaks into the open. Strong, firm tackle. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback keeper. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a 4th-quarter lead. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oregon pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, vidi, vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Ducks did. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Pocket breaking down. Finds his man. It's Martin. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Alabama pushing the tempo. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. They're working that left side. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Snags it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Denmark. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Makes the catch. It's Martin. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
To the air on 2nd down. This time he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch?
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got an open man. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything right now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
Creates a little space. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air. It's Russell. That's caught. It's Martin. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hayes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here comes the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Martin. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He wants a big play here late. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.